Okay, hi everybody. What's going on? I'm just gonna do like maybe a little breakdown of how I personally produce. I'm gonna make like a pretty basic little beat here, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, I'm just gonna delete all these because I don't really like these sounds. But what I am going to do, just first off, is I'm going to go and I'm just gonna grab a basic close grand piano. Okay, so scratch that entire idea. I'm going to like destroy this 808 and turn it into some sort of sound thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it up to like C8. So that kind of sounds nice, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I have like a little main thing. I'm gonna use my favorite, my beloved auto gun, um, to try and get a good sound to use as like a backing. So like since this has like these, I want something that's just it's easier to show. So the more I listen to it, like the less I like it. And I know this was like the original idea, but I think I'm gonna scrap it, which is not a bad thing to do when making music. It's not bad to, scrap stuff if you don't like how it sounds, because in the end, making music is for you, and if you don't like it, then, change it. I feel like this is not, I mean, I guess that could be applicable to many things, right? Although it may be hard, it's always possible. There's always some hope. And I feel like I've gone off task now. But anyways, I don't like how this sounds, so I'm gonna scrap it. And it's now gonna be a bunch of auto gun. So right now, this is what I have. It does feel weird because it's late. Like if you listen to it, it sounds late, and I feel like that could partially be because of the sound. So I am gonna play around a little bit more, try and find something that I like a little more. But then I'm gonna start working on like a melody. Wait, hold on. I take back everything I said. I had adjusted these for the to be lined up with like what I had previously. This might make it sound better. What did I just do? That what? I didn't know you could do that. I just learned how to use some new buttons. Anyways, like this. So now I have this. I am going to play around with it, take a little bit, if you will, to hopefully make it sound better. Maybe I'll make it sound worse. Maybe I'll hate it. I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some more auto gun. Well, first I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna try and make a little melody. This isn't gonna be the final sound. I just wanna maybe a arpeggiator. Um, it's the next day, and I completely forgot about this. Um, I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna delete it. I don't want to hear it. It probably sucks. I'll um, I'll try and I guess I'll just try and finish the beat. Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna be so for real right now. I didn't talk through like any of it, but I'm about to explain what I just did. Okay, so I've added a bunch of auto guns. I've layered all of my main melodies. I made 3 different ones because I'm not sure which one I'm planning on using. But this is what each of them sounds like, just like on their own. And then this one. And then finally this one. I also added this just as like a more sound to the back because it felt a little empty. So together. And then for each of these, I have a corresponding of this morphing cat too. I'm not showing all of those. It is so time consuming. I don't know if I said that, but I will. Just to give it some more texture. I'm not going to play the rest just because that's very time consuming.
That's what I said.
So, what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to work on the drums and I'm going to make sure that they kind of, like work with each melody. I'm assuming that they will pretty easily considering I'm probably not going to make them super complex drums. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that. Well, I'm going to find sounds first, I guess, right? A sound selection is important because if you use like trap, like, a trap drum kit on like a more like on a pop song, there's like a chance it'll sound good, but it might just sound out of place, and it's much easier to use sounds that kind of uh I want to use the word coagulate, but that's not the right word. That like work with the rest of the song. So, I'm going to work on my drums now, and I'll be back once I have like a basic little hi-hat, kick, and snare. Okay, so I have selected my basic drum sounds for now. So I've chosen, this is my hi-hat, just a basic every whatever. This is my kick, like a nice bassy full kick. And then this is my snare. So all together it sounds like this. And then I'll do it with like the back and the main melody. I do think the sounds fit. Maybe I have um I'm not exactly sure what to call it. I'm gonna call it producer blindness, but sometimes I'll make a beat and think it's like beautiful, and I'll listen to it like 30 minutes later and it's the worst thing I've ever heard, and it sounds like it was produced by a toddler. Um so definitely gonna add more to it because the drums are very empty currently. I'm probably gonna add some crashes, some different types of hi-hats just to, change it up, make it a little less boring. So I'll be back to when I've gotten that. Okay, so I've added a little bit more to it. It is still kind of a little repetitive, so I think once I actually lay out the beat, I might add some one shots, some random sounds just to kind of break it up and give it more of a unique sounding, so it doesn't sound like it's just 5 bars repeating over and over, because that is something that I do in a lot of the stuff I produce. You know, it's not horrible, but it's just a bad habit to have everything be so repetitive, just like copying and pasting the same 5 bars a couple times and then deleting some stuff on one. It makes it sound very plain. That's partially why that I have so many melodies, because I can just change it up and make it sound, not completely different, but different enough to where it keeps you entertained, which is a large part of producing. Because if no one, finds it interesting, if it's just boring, then who's gonna listen to it? So I will show you what it sounds like right now. I'm actually going to pause this because I'm gonna go skateboard real quick for my TikTok. Nine Divine on TikTok, shameless plug. And while I'm plugging my stuff, why don't you check out my SoundCloud as well? I've collaborated with a lot of my friends. I rap on some of my stuff. Nothing complex. I'm not very good. I'm better at producing. Um, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. I forgot what I was gonna do. So I'm just gonna try and make a bass. I'm gonna fix my headphones. Hold on. All right, so I wanna I don't want to use like an 808 because I feel like I use 808s a lot and it gets to a point where it becomes repetitive. I want to use like an actual bass, but I don't think there's like a good bass for me to use, man. I don't know how to make a bass, but I want it. I don't want it to be like that because it sounds goofy. I'm not trying to have no goofy little bass. See, this is the bass. It sounds bad. I feel like it sucks, but I don't know yet. You gotta give me a second. I can't hear my bass. I didn't know it sounded like that. What in the world? Please, please, please. Please. That's not even the right one. Okay, that sounds good, but then we add in all this and it kind of diminishes it. I need to cut out the lows on this to make space for my bass. I didn't realize like how kind of clashy they would be. Maybe I want to like make it a little lower, but I can't like it'll sound off, right? I feel like my drums on this just kind of suck, and I might switch up my entire drums to like a basic little drums, but let's just hear it. Wait, I might slow down my hi-hats. I think my only problem now is just stuff being loud that shouldn't be loud. I think it's might genuinely just be my sound design or whatever it's called because I'm bad at that. Maybe I should. I want to keep this a little louder though. Maybe like there. Just because I want it to kind of be like a, impacty. I genuinely kind of feel like that sounds better. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna do my definitely favorite part, and I'm going to make it now. So what I'm just gonna do first is I'm just gonna get these, and I know I was talking about copying and pasting, but right now it's kind of just a lot of trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, what sounds good together, what doesn't, what I could add for like little breakdowns, what I could add for, just a general overall, right? Um, so I'm just hoping that a lot of this sounds good together. Oh my god! Oh, who made that so loud? Who did? Yo. Who decided to make these so loud? Was that me? Was I the one who didn't change those? One thing that I do really like doing, especially for when I'm adding a lot of instruments, is to create some sort of more emphasis on it. Like cut out like, a few bars just early on, like, a couple of notes of this. And it makes it sound better probably. I'm gonna be honest. I probably should have said this before. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm talking like I know everything, you know. I suck if I'm honest. Um, so, anyways, I'm gonna continue doing the song and I'll update you at the end so I can get my higher viewing rate so y'all actually, listen to the beat since, can't just show it all to you now. You'll get bored of it. Okay, so what's up? I finished the beat. My producer tags there and everything. It looks very cluttered, and that's because it is actually. So I'm gonna play the whole beat for you now. I'm gonna turn off my mic and I'm gonna play it. And I hope you guys enjoy. It will be on my SoundCloud. Check out my SoundCloud, Nine Divine. Alright, that's capital N-I-N-E, capital D-I-V-I-N-E. That's it, alright. So, here's the full beat. I hope you guys like it.